Hey guys, what's up? This is White Boy for the win, and welcome to a special Y Mega Evolve video. Now today we're going to be talking about a part 2 for a Mega Butterfree. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I'm doing a special for a Mega Butterfree, and the main reason why I'm making this a special rather than like a part 2, sort of say like after the Pokemon we're talking about next or something like that, is because I actually have a part 3 in the works for a Mega Butterfree, because I also have another idea for it. Now, before you guys start complaining and bitching about, oh, why don't you do a part 2 to this Pokemon, it's my favorite Pokemon. Well, I'm not gonna just like make special Y Mega Evolve videos like every week for a specific Pokemon that you actually want me to talk about. Like, for instance, I've already talked about what was it called? Like Infernape, for an example. I'm not gonna make like a part 2 for a Mega Infernape because someone asked me to. I'll do what I want to do, if that makes sense, okay? Only when it comes to specials or for Pokemon that I've already talked about, like Infernape and Butterfree. So, regardless, the reason why I'm actually making a part 2 for a Mega Butterfree alongside a part 3 in the works is because Beedrill. Now, the reason why I'm bringing up Beedrill is because Butterfree is literally the exact polar opposite of Beedrill, and since Beedrill already has a Mega Evolution, it just makes perfect sense to have Butterfree receive a Mega Evolution, whether it's in the sequel to X and Y or it's just in a later generation. Whatever the case may be, I want to have a Mega Butterfree. Now, even though Butterfree is in my top 5 favorite Pokemon of all time, that's besides the point. It's mostly just because Beedrill has a Mega Evolution. Now, the reason why I'm always bringing up Beedrill, like, for like the past couple of seconds, was because, like I said, Butterfree is literally the exact polar opposite of Butterfree, and Pokemon like Gardevoir and Galay, which are literally, I would say, the exact polar opposite as well, got a Mega Evolution. One got a Mega Evolution in X and Y, and the other form got a Mega Evolution in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. But in this case, we didn't get a Mega Beedrill nor a Mega Butterfree in X and Y, but then when Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came around, we got a Mega Beedrill but no Mega Butterfree. So I really would like to see a Mega Butterfree happen, just like I said, because polar opposites. I mean, one's a physical attacker and one's a special attacker, and with Mega Beedrill, or Beedrill in general, being the physical attacking variant, I would love to see a Mega Butterfree, like the special variant, receive a Mega, get like the same kind of buffs as Mega Beedrill. So as you can tell from what I've done to its stats, I did increase everything but decrease its physical attack from base 45 to base 15. Now, for its physical attack, the reason why I actually decreased it by 30 points was because I wanted Butterfree's stats to be somewhat similar to Mega Beedrill stats, like how it has like base 150 physical attack and base 145 speed. That's what I was kind of going with for this Mega Butterfree like video. I wanted this thing to be literally the exact same but also polar opposite of Mega Beedrill. And when it came to Mega Beedrill, or Beedrill in general, when it got a Mega Evolution, I think its special attack dropped by 30 points, and then pretty much everything went into its physical attack and speed. And obviously that's what I've actually done, is that I got rid of 30 points into its physical attack, and now I have 30 extra points to distribute into its other stats. Now, for its physical defense and special defense, I left them the same because Mega Beedrill's defenses didn't change whatsoever. It literally just became a very fast, literally very, very, very fast, hard-hitting physical attacker, and that's what I was actually going for with Mega Butterfree for this Mega video, is that I wanted this thing to be exactly, or if like literally almost the exact same as Mega Beedrill, a very, very hard-hitting special attacker with very high speed, and that's what I've actually done, because for its special attack, I increased it from base 90 to base 150. Now, obviously, like I said, I wanted this thing to become the polar opposite of Mega Beedrill, because that's what Butterfree is the polar opposite of Beedrill. And with Beedrill's physical attack stat as its Mega Evolution being at 150, it just makes perfect sense for its special attack to become 150 as well. And also, its physical attack and special attack are literally flipped for each other. So, like I said, it makes perfect sense to have this thing's special attack become base 150. And if you guys never use Butterfree, I actually use Butterfree in competitive teams before, and it just literally puts in the work. So it does get access to a very, very good move pool. Now, sadly enough, I kind of got Butterfree mixed up with Vivillon because Vivillon does get Hurricane, but Butterfree doesn't. So what I'm hoping that what happens with Butterfree, if we do get a Mega Butterfree, which I'm like 90% sure we are, I'm kind of hoping that like Pokemon gives an event for Beedrill and Butterfree to give them like a special move that you would think normally that it would get access to. Like for instance, Butterfree I think should have gotten either Air Slash or Hurricane, but in my opinion it should have gotten Hurricane, but it doesn't get access to that. So I'm kind of hoping that we do get an event like that. Now before you guys say like, oh, they're never going to do that, well, they had an event for the event dogs where Entei got access to Extreme Speed, Raikou got access to Aura Sphere, and then Suicune got access to Air Slash. So it's literally just giving a Pokemon like Butterfree a move that you think it would get. And before I actually forget, Gengar for example, Gengar gets access to Sludge Ball but not Sludge Wave, so they made a whole event for Gengar for it to actually learn Sludge Wave. So once again, I'm hoping that in the future, if we do get a Mega Butterfree, it gets access to Hurricane for one of like the event moves. But besides that move, it does get access to Bug Buzz, it gets access to Silver Wind, Psychic, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, Solar Beam, Solar Beam, and my favorite move personally, Giga Drain, and also Signal Beam, Electro Web. So there is a very, very good variety of a move pool that this thing can get access to that can benefit from its very, very high special attack. And not only is this a very good Pokemon to actually have for competitive play, but this thing does get access to Sleep Powder and Quiver Dance, which are literally like the essential things you would need to have on Butterfree, because the main thing what you want to do with Butterfree is to literally put your opponent to sleep first turn and then start setting up with Quiver Dance and then pretty much just go out in a ballistic fury with an offensive special attacking Butterfree. Now what I usually run on my Butterfree is probably sometimes Hidden Power Fire or Rock, and I also carry Giga Drain because I don't run at Roost, and I believe this thing does get access to Roost. It does, but with Butterfree being as frail as it is, Quiver Dance is actually the best way to go. Its special defense would be through the roof, plus with Giga Drain it'll do a lot of damage, that way you'll get more HP back. So it's just some sort of recovery for Butterfree that actually works well for it. Now as for Beedrill, I have no idea, but Roost really isn't going to work so well. But for like Butterfree, for an example, Giga Drain is probably your best thing to go for. But most of the time, like I said, with how Butterfree is, most of the time you put your opponent to sleep because of Compound Eye, so you are going to be able to land Sleep Powders more often, and then pretty much set up with Quiver Dance, use Giga Drain, Hidden Power Fire, or whatever type of like moves you're going to be running on your Butterfree. Honestly, like I said, it just makes perfect sense for Butterfree to have, or to like, not like perfect sense, but it's a very good move pool. Like, let's just put it at that. And last but not least, for its speed, I increased it from base 70 to base 140. Now, the one thing that's different between Mega Beedrill and also Mega Butterfree and what I've done to this is that, if I'm not mistaken, its Butterfree's physical defense is 5 points higher, and Butterfree's speed is 5 points lower than Beedrill's. So if I wanted to, I could have decreased its defenses by 5 and put the other 5 into its speed, but literally base 140 is literally fucking through the roof as being very, very fucking fast. And with the very high special attack that Butterfree has, I can guarantee you this thing is just going to be putting in the fucking work. Now the only thing you're going to have to worry about is Mega Evolving and then not dying after you Mega Evolve. So I can see this thing being kind of like Beedrill and running Protect and then Quiver Dance and then like Sleep Powder and all that, and just have one offensive move. That's how honestly I can see Butterfree with this type of Mega Evolution. But once again, like literally, its stats are through the fucking roof. Like if you can put in the work with a Mega Beedrill like we have right now, you can put in the same amount of work as you can with Mega Butterfree with the stats I've given it for this Mega Evolution. Now as a regular Butterfree, its base stats at 395, and with the Mega Evolution it's going to be at 495. Now for Mega Butterfree's ability for this video, for its part 2, I decided to go with No Guard. Now, I'm giving you guys a heads up in advance. I have no idea what I've given Mega Butterfree for its original Mega video. I have yet to see it after like months after I made it, but I know for a fact that I didn't give this thing give its original Mega Evolution video no guard. But the reason why I'm actually giving this part 2 for Mega Butterfree no guard is because I want to actually take advantage of its sleep powder, because it gets access. It's like, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense, because it does get access to Compound Eyes, and like what Compound Eyes does is that it increases your accuracy, and when you use Butterfree, you use Sleep Powder pretty much on every single set, so it just makes perfect sense to have no guard for its Mega ability. That way it has 100% accuracy regardless. You can get a 100% accuracy on Sleep Powder. You can just start setting it with Quiver Dance, and then like this is what I was telling you guys about like Hurricane. I was actually surprised that this thing didn't get Hurricane, but Vivillon did, so maybe later down the line, if Mega Butterfree is going to be a thing, I'm hoping that we will get an event for a Butterfree and a Beedrill to like give it a specific move that it should have known, but it doesn't normally get. That makes sense. Kind of like the ordeal with Gengar learning Sludge Bomb, but not Sludge Wave. So, like I said, hopefully later down the line in the future we do get an event for Butterfree to actually have it learn Hurricane. But once again, No Guard is like the best ability in my opinion, because in that way you can take advantage of like Sleep Powder and then go on a Ballistic Fury with like Shadow Ball or Psychic, Bug Buzz, Signal Beam, Giga Drain, Electro Web. There we go. But No Guard, in my opinion, best ability for it. It has 100% accuracy for all its moves, and for its typing, I left it alone as Bug Flying. I was actually thinking about and also contemplating about changing its flying type characteristics to Fairy, but then I realized this thing doesn't get access to any Fairy type moves, if I'm not mistaken. But once again, it's kind of like the ordeal that I said before. If I made this thing part Fairy, then it would make sense for Game Freak or just Pokemon in general to have an event for Butterfree to learn, like for instance, like Dazzling Gleam or like Moonblast or something like that. Just a Fairy type move to take advantage of its stab Fairy typing on it. So once again, I decided to leave it alone as Bug Flying. It actually gets flying stab type moves, so it also makes sense to leave it alone. But with all that said, there is Mega Butterfree Part 2. So anyways guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also don't forget to comment and subscribe. Now, like I said, I do have a Part 3 for a Mega Butterfree later down the line, most likely in April is what I'm guessing is going to be the Part 3 for this Pokemon. But don't worry, if I didn't do a special or a Part 2 for a Pokemon that I've already done, don't worry. Like I said, I will be doing a Part 2 for a lot of other Pokemon I've done in the past, because now, like I said, I have more experience. I can talk about the Pokemon a lot better than I did like at the beginning, if that makes sense. So expect more Part 2s and specials for Pokemon that I've already done. So like I said, there's Mega Butterfree. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So I guess the 12th, I have no idea what you guys are going to be what Pokemon you guys are going to be watching, or what's going to be released, because I've already uploaded the video. I'm not looking at it right now. But once again, if you guys enjoyed this special, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to comment and subscribe. So this is White Boy for the win, and I'll catch you guys later.